Hi friends, today I'm going to show you some insights on how to win the new Airdrop Escalation limited time game mode. With the Fight Night Collection event in Apex Legends Season 7, we have this new game mode called Airdrop Escalation. It's basically taking over normal trios and duos, so that's why they've called it Airdrop Escalation Takeover. It's basically the only casual game mode that you can play in Apex Legends at the moment. Before I get started, do check out my video on Pathfinder's Town Takeover, which I released yesterday. It gives you some good detail on what to expect and how to win in Pathfinder's Town Takeover. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're looking for more friends to join our community. For this video, let me start by giving you an insight into the Airdrop Escalation game mode and how it works. I'll then give you some tips on how to win this game mode. So Airdrop Escalation is essentially a normal battle royale mode, and your goal is essentially the same: be the last squad to survive. However, there are a lot more supply drops in this game mode. Immediately after you leave the jump ship, you'll find a cluster of 4 supply drops across the map. During each round, more supply drops will land. They land at the same speed as Lifeline's care package, so basically it's a lot faster than normal care packages. Each supply drop contains a fully kitted weapon, so that basically means it's a weapon with all the attachments, and they're of different tiers depending on the round. So for example, in round 1, all of the airdrops will have level 2 kitted weapons. So that basically means, for example, an R301 with a blue stock, a blue barrel, a blue extended mag, and a level 2 scope. And this progressively gets better through the rounds. So for example, round 4, you'll see red armour and crate weapons, such as the Prowler, the Peacekeeper, and the Kraber. Don't worry, regular loot and weapons will spawn on the ground as normal. Although, to be fair, in the future, if Respawn look at it, a game mode where you just have airdrops could be quite fun. One thing to note is you can also see the airdrops on the map. If you look closely, you'll see circles, depending which round it is, with the colour of the weapons that you can expect to find. So for example, the first round you'll see blue circles on the map, and as you progress through, eventually you'll see red circles on the map. So that's a bit about Airdrop Escalation. Now let's talk about strategy and tips on how you can win in Airdrop Escalation. As I said, this game mode becomes a bit more about the supply drops in addition to your normal Battle Royale gameplay. Normally, you wouldn't necessarily play your game based around the supply drop. I mean, if there was one near you, okay, you'd probably go and see what's in it, but you wouldn't necessarily change the way you're rotating, whereas as in this game mode, for Airdrop Escalation, actually, you probably do want to think about the supply drops a little more, and there are a few reasons for this. Firstly, you're guaranteed fully kitted weapons as you go through the rounds. So you're essentially guaranteed better weapons and supplies, even red Evo armour, unlike normal care packages where you could just get nothing. Secondly, everyone will be trying to get these supply drops, so most of the people you'll want to take out in the game will be near supply drops, which basically means if you want a fight, you have to go to where the supply drops are anyway. Thirdly, there are more supply drops in this game than a normal game, which basically means if you don't secure the goodies inside the care packages, you're going to be facing opponents with much better kit than yours. But fourthly, because there are more supply drops, it means you have a better chance of securing that top tier loot. So there's more incentive to base your game a bit more around these supply drops in this game mode. Here's a good tip though: just because you're playing for supply drops doesn't mean you need to be the one taking the supplies from the drop. You can actually be a little bit sneaky about it. Wait for other teams to fight over the supply drops, let them open the supplies, let them take the supplies, let them fight each other, then you can be the team that third parties, wipes out all the teams, and gets all that amazing loot for yourself. There's something new that's also come to Olympus with this event, and that is the loot Marvins. Like the one that we found in Olympus near Turbine, these Marvins will be dotted out throughout Olympus, and they'll be alive, but with one arm missing. If you go up to one and interact with it, it will give you some loot. It's kind of a bit like a slot machine, and it will roll like a slot machine, and depending which emotion the face lands on will determine what kind of loot you get. For example, if you interact with it and it does its slot machine thing and it ends up with a gold smiling face, then you'll get gold tier loot. Also, if you're a really mean person, you can kill the Marvin, and if you do that, sometimes they'll leave behind a gold arm, which when you pick up will go into your inventory. You can then go and find another Marvin and give them this arm that you got, and they will immediately give you some instant gold loot. So basically it's a guaranteed way of getting another Marvin to give you gold loot. There is a bit of a recharge time on the Marvins though, so if you don't kill the Marvin, you can actually just wait around for a bit and get some more loot from that same Marvin. But obviously once you kill that Marvin, you won't get any more loot from that same Marvin. To be fair, I would say this is a really fun way to get loot. It's similar to the cargo drones on World's Edge, or even the flyers on King's Canyon, but it's just another way to interact with something on Olympus, almost have like a mini quest with the arm, and get some good rewards in game. These will be exclusive to Olympus, so they'll basically be the equivalent, as I said, of the cargo drones or the flyers. And there you have it, just a bit of insight on how the new LTM, Airdrop Escalation Takeover, works, along with some tips and strategies to help you win. By the way, come see my stream on Saturday, around 7:30 UK time, to help me choose which heirloom to get, because in the last stream, last Saturday, I got some heirloom shards, and I'm going to wait to redeem them until the stream on Saturday so you guys can help me decide which heirloom to get. For now though, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.